Polish slavery, when serfs, raids, and chains marked a nation's past. The fields of Poland held more than grain. They held lives bound in duty, raids, and law. If you want truths beyond textbooks, don't forget to like and subscribe to Yaoi Stories. Because the stories no one tells are often the ones we need most. For centuries, Polish peasants weren't just poor farmers, they were serfs. Bound to the land, forced into labor, limited in what they could own, how far they could travel, even which trades their children could learn. Over time, the burden of serfdom in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth grew harsher, many historians observing that in its worst forms, it approached something like slavery itself. But there was more. Beyond serfdom, there were the Crimean-Nogai raids stretching from the 15th to the 18th centuries, where mounted raiders swept across borderlands of eastern Poland, Lithuania, and Ukraine. Villagers were abducted, families torn apart, marched off toward the Khan's markets in Crimea. Many died en route, some survived only to live in bondage far from home. One Polish proverb captured the horror. "Oh, how much better to lie on one's bier than to be a captive on the way to Tatari." Amid this, the legal structure of serfdom tightened. Laws restricted movement of peasants, forbade leaving their lord's land, and increased labor obligations. Some peasants worked several extra days a week just for their lords. The nobility's power over life, death, marriage, and the future of peasant families often hung on a cruel whim. Change crept in slowly. During the Kosciuszko uprising in 1794, the Połanek Proclamation attempted to free peasants from serfdom, granting limited personal freedoms, reducing forced labor, and giving rights to appeal to state courts, tiny cracks in a heavy fortress. Yet many lords ignored it. Where the revolutionary forces could not enforce it, serfdom remained. Meanwhile, the raids persisted. Villages on the southern borderlands looked over their shoulders night after night. When raiders came, smoke, screams, and chains followed. Some captives were ransomed, some remained in slavery for years, and others never returned at all. What does this mean for Poland's past? That slavery in the European sense, plantations, race-based chattel systems, was not the norm. But for countless Poles, their reality hovered dangerously close. No freedom, no choice, bound labor, families torn apart, powerless under law. This history is painful, often overlooked, but it shaped the nation's identity. Serfdom and slave raids left scars in culture, language, and collective memory, and remembering them today is more than history. It is a reminder of what people endure and how fiercely they fight to endure it. Like and subscribe to Yaoi Stories 44 for more history that refuses to be forgotten.